Hey guys, welcome back to another Forza Horizon 4 video. I hope you're having a great day today. What we're doing today is we're kind of diving into the festival playlist and taking a quick look at one of the rewards. One of the rewards being a car, a very, very special car, but you would not think so. And I just found out today that this is actually a thing. So we're going to jump into it and take a quick look at what I'm actually talking about. But before we do, we actually ended up getting some really good news today. And the really good news is that the C8 Corvette is coming to Forza Horizon 4 pretty soon. I think within the next couple weeks or so, with one of the festival playlists that's coming up. So make sure you guys jump on and get that. That is one of the cars out of my top 10 list that need to come to Forza Horizon 4. So I'm very, very excited for that. But if you have not seen that video, I'll link it down below. You guys gotta go watch it and let me know what cars you want to see in Forza Horizon 4. But without further ado, we're going to jump back into our garage, take a quick look at the festival playlist. And honestly, I didn't really feel like doing much in the festival playlist, to be honest. There wasn't anything that was very, very attractive to me. So I just decided that, you know what? I'm going to go on the auction house and buy any of the cars that I don't actually have, because honestly, they're not appealing. They're not very good looking or attractive cars. So we're going to jump into exactly what I'm talking about right now and take a look at this week's playlist. The 50% completion reward is the one we're going to take a look at, the Alfa Romeo 155. Now I just won this. I just finished 50% of the event just now. That way I can get this car, because if you go onto the auction house, you cannot find this car. This is going to be a car that is super rare and exclusive until it comes out again and again and again. But if you're legendary painter, or you have the ability to sell this car for 20 million credits or even 10 million, it's going to sell for that. That's how rare this car is actually going to be. So what we're doing is we're diving into this car. I'm doing a customization and a little bit of a drive just to see what is the hype on this car. Why is it insanely rare? Like, I have no idea. Maybe because this is the very first time that's come out. But then again, if this is the very first time it's come out, lots of people have it, and you would expect it to be on the auction house, like for very cheap. I see it every once in a while. I have tried to snipe it. It does pop up every once in a while for like 600k, but at the same time, those snipers are grabbing it because they know this is going to be a rare car. In a few weeks, when it's not available again in the auction house, or in the festival playlist, this thing's going to be, you know, multi-millions. People are going to make money on it, and that's totally fine. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get the car now. Might as well. That way I have it. I like having all the cars in the game. Even if I'm not going to use them, this is probably going to be the only video I ever do on this car. But these are the events that I ended up doing just to get 50% completion. This one I didn't actually know that you could do. It's a monthly rivals. So we used the Koenigsegg Yes Go, raced around a little circuit track, and we had to beat a rival with the fastest time. That was very, very simple. That's a good one too. It adds quite a bit of percentage. We did a simple race to get that Porsche. And then, of course, a couple easy things. So, but yeah, we got to 50%. We're not going for the Devo. If you want the Devo, you pretty much got to do everything to get that 80%. Go ahead and do it, because that's also a very rare car. But it seems to be that Alfa Romeo 155 is a little bit more rare. So that's what we're going to jump into right now. Go over to our garage. Like I said, we just won it. We haven't even taken a look at it. But again, it's nice to have every single car in the game, even if it does look like that, okay? It does look like that. That's totally fine. Let's jump in it, get in the car, and we'll take a quick look. We'll open it up and see what this thing has to offer. This thing is pretty much, it's an old car. I don't know what year it is. Maybe like a 92. It's a 92. Alright, so jumping into Forza Vista here. Go ahead and take a quick look around. Man, like, what's up with that back end? The proportions from the back end to the front end is just ridiculous. It's like nosediving into the ground. We'll open everything up. Of course, it is a sedan, so you have all 4 doors that open up. The interior is nothing nice. We have cloth interior, maybe leather. Pretty sure it's cloth. You have your manual gear shift there. There you go. Alfa Romeos are pretty cool cars. They're pretty unique. But I mean, if you see this on the road, unless there's something again special to it, which I have no idea, let me know down in the comments if there are, or if it is something special. But you see this in real life, you're not excited. Nothing's happening. It's not a good day. It's not photo worthy. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and upgrade this thing. We'll find new tunes first of all. Because if we go in there, maybe we see like, you know, 400 miles per hour, that sort of thing. Maybe that's the exciting part about it. Nothing very exciting about the titles here. We have Top S1 Speed Grip. Really good. One's called Really Good. Real Racing. There you go. I'm not going to do any of those. Let's jump into custom upgrade. Hopefully we can actually do some aesthetic options on it. That would be very nice. Make it a little bit more beefy of a car. If you could wide body this, would that be cool? I mean, we could make it insane. Before I do all the engine modifications, let's go over to see if we can actually swap out an engine in this. So we can put a 1.6 liter, 2.9, 4.7, or a racing V6. I think we go with the V8. We'll go ahead and put a V8. I want to make this thing all-wheel drive. It's already all-wheel drive. We'll put a turbo in this, or a supercharger, sorry. This thing takes a supercharger? Holy. Maybe that's why it's so exciting. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade all these to the race performance parts. And honestly, I'm spending way more money than I should on this car. Like, this car deserves to probably just be in the garage and sit there and collect dust if dust was a thing in the game. This is like a car you put in the barn and you forget you have. As far as I'm aware, like I said, I don't know, man. Like, it could be like a destroyer of like Conus eggs. 400 miles per hour, you know what I mean? Alright, let's go ahead and put some brakes on here. Lower the suspension. How do you guys actually put suspension on your car? Do you guys like slam it to the ground with the drift springs? Or do you do like the race ones? Or do you like mess around with it? You put like whatever ones on it and then you mess around with it in the tuning section. I never know what to do. I always just put the race ones. I find the drift one just slams the car a little bit too much for my liking. But performance wise, I honestly have no idea how they all work differently or anything like that. And then I know there's a way that you can even slam it more in the tuning section. And I've done that before, but it's not really what I do anymore. I just kind of throw the springs on it. That's about it. So we're almost fully customized here. We will download someone's design on it too, because I'm sure there's not many nice colors that you can go with. Make these as wide as possible. Now you see how the tires are kind of inside the car? The body kind of hangs over. So what I always do is I always knock this out at least one. Depending how bad it is, like that's a little bit better. But they're still kind of inside the tire, or inside the body. I'll leave that for now. We'll leave the rims. I'm not going to jack those out. Let's go ahead. Okay, so there we go. We have some customization options. And this already has a lot more than most of the cars in Forza Horizon. So that's awesome. We'll go ahead and take a quick look. Some of the front bumpers. This kind of reminds me of like a BMW, like a older M3, M4. Let's go ahead and put that on there. Couple different wings, couple big wings. Let's go ahead and I don't know, man. I don't like these. I definitely don't like Is this a race car? Like, what is this thing? Go ahead and put one of these on. I think the last one there was just too aggressive for me. And go ahead and put that skirt on. So there we go. Not too bad. You know, it kind of looks like a little race car. Not bad at all. So what do? We switched the engine over from whatever it was to a V8. We left it all-wheel drive, and then we put a supercharger in it. Okay, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the stats. I don't know the original stats, which are kind of irrelevant. just because I'm sure they were next to nothing. But those are the Forza Horizon specs or stats on the side. We'll go over to the 0 to 60 mile an hour of 2.7 seconds, so pretty quick. Top speed of 220 miles per hour. I mean, it goes over 200 now. That's pretty fast, man. It's faster than I've ever gone. 859 horsepower, and then 576 foot-pounds of torque. So this thing is definitely going to be fast, to be honest. Like, it's not going to be bad. And maybe, I don't think this is like a drift car or anything like that. It's all-wheel drive. You could make it rear-wheel drive. But the reason I say that is because all the tunes didn't say like top drift car or anything like that. I think this is going to be built for speed and grip on the road. So there was a body kit for this actually. Oh my goodness, okay. That's pretty much the options that you did have. So that's like the full-blown body kit that they offer. And honestly, I'm going to put that on. That looks sick. 54K, whatever, man. Just do it to the car. That actually looks kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Let me know if you guys got this car, and then again, let me know if there's anything else that's special to it. Maybe that's the reason, is because you do have extra customizations to it that you can do. But that's not bad, man. That looks pretty good. Now it reminds me not of a BMW, like an older Audi. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and check out some people's designs. Hopefully there's some nice ones. And now's the time, man. Like, if you're making designs, now's the time to make one for this car if you're looking at becoming a legendary painter. I'm going to make a video on how to become a legendary painter, what my recommendations are, and then hopefully that helps you guys a bit. But I like this golf livery. I like this yellow one. Honestly, they're all kind of good. I'm sure it's replicating like a real life car. This one's really good. I do like the race car like liveries. They definitely attract me to them. Alright, this one's really, really good. We're going to go ahead and get this guy. Put that on it. With the body kit, I'm sure it'll actually be really, really nice. Maybe actually photo worthy. I may have to take back that dust comment I made earlier. It may not be dust worthy. Pretty much what we're going to do, we're going to jump out of here. I'm going to head over to the main highway. And then we're going to see if we can actually get it up to the top speed of 220. Maybe even a little bit more than 220. Just because sometimes, depending if I'm going downhill or what the road condition is, that sort of thing, it can alter the top speed of the car. So we'll see if we can get anywhere close to 220 pretty much. But there's a certain section on the highway that I like to go. And it's pretty good just because it gives us a lot of runway to make it as fast as we possibly can down to the end, and it's downhill as well. So some of the cars do exceed their actual top speed, which is nice. It's nice to put the cars to the max potential that they can, but at the same time, if it's too much, all right, which way do I go? If it's too much, then it's sometimes hard just because we don't have that far of a distance. What's this going to say we want to do? It's kind of cool too playing in online. Like, I don't really play in online much. Look at this car, man. This is actually pretty cool. Alright, we're going to go ahead and give it a couple of revs. That's actually sounding nice. I may actually have to take it back. Very quick off the line. Yo, I dusted that Koenigsegg. Absolutely dusted. In all fairness, he was in pause mode, but nonetheless, man, it's all good. We won't mention that. We're already up to 170 miles an hour. It does feel like we're kind of topping out. Are we topping out in 6th gear at 187 miles an hour? What? It said 220, right? 187 miles per hour. I'm pretty sure the stat said 220. So I don't know how that's possible. Unless when I put the body kit on it, it messed with all the settings. Which it very well could have. So 187 miles an hour. Supposed to be 220. This thing is actually pretty good at handling. I do like it, back and forth in the different lanes here. It's pretty responsive, which is nice. Oh, where did that car come from? And then I just teleported through it. It's pretty responsive, which is nice. It's quick up to speed, just because of the all-wheel drive and the horsepower and the torque. Very nice. Yeah, man, overall, not a bad car. Not worth 20 million. I would never spend 20 million credits on this thing. But definitely worth getting in that festival playlist for sure. This is kind of cool. Anyway, what we're going to do now, I'm going to head over to my race. I don't know. I want to double check why that is 220 or 187 miles per hour instead of 220, what it says. I'm going to check that at the end of the video. But for now, we're going to head over to this race. Pretty much what I want to do is a hot lap around the race as fast as I can. This is the one I kind of test out all the different cars on. So we're going to see if this thing can, number one, live up to one lap wonder, which is very, very hard on this lap, or this race, to be honest. What am I, S1? When I'm doing all the cars, they have so much power, so going into corners, it's really hard to take the race perfectly. I don't like dirty racing, hitting walls, like wrapping the walls, anything like that. So I try and keep it as clean as possible, and it's actually difficult. But we'll see if we can do it in one take. If not, I'm not going to stress about it too much. I just kind of want to get a feel for the car, see how it is, see if it's like a really good handling race car for these races that you can actually use. Go ahead and start this up. I always go in rivals mode too. I find it's a little bit easier. Then you're not messing around with other AI trying to hit you or anything. Alright. So again, right off the rip, very, very fast, right off the line. And it gets up to speed as much as it can, I guess. I mean, especially with this... Oh, braking kind of sucks. Oh, braking was bad. Turning radius is bad too. We gotta go slower into the corners. It did wrap it, but only because I'm going so slow. Like if I was actually able to get up to 220 miles per hour here, I don't think there's a single chance there, going like the way I was, of wrapping that corner. I would have hit the corner, hit the wall, easy times. Alrighty, so far so good. 165 miles per hour in this race so far. 175, not bad. Couple corners up ahead that we gotta kind of slow down for. Okay, hit the curb there. Nicely around that corner, very nice. This one's always a challenge, coming up this hill. And we did that clean. It was good. Not bad at all. Couple more corners here until the end. The reason I like this race too is because it's so small. So you get through it really fast. Now we're pretty much in 6th gear. I'm racing in automatic, so I can't shift down or anything unless I slow down. So I'm just finger to the trigger, trying to go as fast as possible. There we have it. It's a minute 43.103 seconds. And honestly, a very good car if you're racing lower end cars. Handling wise, it was turned out to be okay. It wasn't amazing. Turning radius was kind of bad. You have to go slow into the corners. Otherwise, this car is, I don't know, not very good. But I mean, going fast in the corners, it has a hard time doing that too, to be honest. So yeah, I recommend you get this car. It's either way going to be an okay car to do a little bit of racing with and mess around with, make some cool designs for the meantime while the car is kind of popping. But yeah, let's jump back into the garage quickly. Just take a quick look at why this car is only doing 187 instead of 220. I don't know if I have an answer for you. I honestly don't know. I'm just going to see if the stats are actually the same. Go over to upgrades and tuning. Go tuning. I think that's where we can check it. top speed of 187.4. So yeah, when I put the body kit on the car, I guess for whatever reason it messed with the other settings and it dropped that like a rock. Like that's almost 30 miles per hour slower. So if this car was without the body kit or whatever other customization options that came with the body kit, it might be a really fast car, to be honest. 225 or 220 miles per hour, it's nothing to mess around with. So anyway guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Again, let's go over to the festival playlist here. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. These are all the events that I did, and I just hit over the 50% completion. Number 1, you do the Forzathon. Always do this one no matter what. You get the Forzathon points. I did a couple dailies just by playing the game. I did both the playground games, the trial and the playground one, and those are online with other people. I did the danger sign, did one race, and did the rivals. So very, very simple. Should take you like 20 minutes, half hour to get that car. Do it because you may be able to sell this car for 20 million credits in the future. And honestly, it's a lot of credits, a lot of money. I get asked almost daily, how do you make money in Forza Horizon 4? And all those videos are on the channel. So if you guys do enjoy what you watch or found anything helpful, please make sure to subscribe and like the video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.